Doing?
Hey, Pablo.
How you doing?
Who wants to get us going with Pablo?
What was that?
Andrew. Go ahead first, Andrew.
Hey Pablo, congrats on the win. Big win today. I was just saying to coach, outside of the Old Miss series and the games there, this has to be the most impressive overall game for you guys. You had a couple great games in this series against Jacksonville, and of course Jordan has been consistent throughout. How do you like your chances when your team is really playing consistent at bat against a team like Florida State you're going to face in a couple days, who is take down the top 10 team Miami?
Well, yes, it's big having Jordan Rathbone and those guys, especially when guys are struggling. But that's what we're made of, and we're a great team. Rough start, obviously, but that's just part of the game. That's baseball. Just got to learn from it, move forward, and just compete. And for FSU, I like that they just sweat Miami because that just makes us hungrier and makes it better when we beat them. And we tend to play way better depending on the competition. So I'm excited for that, and I'm excited for the guys.
Pablo, how satisfying was it to have a game like you did today? Obviously, you struggled a little bit to begin the season, but to go 4 for 5, hit the ball really well. How satisfying was that for you?
Definitely satisfying. I was happy, but I'm not satisfied because a lot of game left, a lot of baseball left, a lot of season left, and just one game at a time. Rough start, obviously, but that's part of it. And I'm big on I take my wins like I take my losses and learn from it and keep moving and just keep pushing, take it one day at a time. Definitely happy, but off to a good start.
Pablo, can you kind of take us through the start of the season for you? You know, what kind of led to your struggles? You know, coach was talking about you were in the contract tracing, and I had heard that you also had an injury with your rib cage. Uh, what do you think led to your struggles early on, and how is it difficult as you were going through these first couple of weeks?
Well, it all started with the COVID and then a little injury. Nothing in my control, but I'm a big believer that everything happens for a reason. I believe in God, and it is what it is. Not in my control. I control what I can control. Just mentally, just being there, just showing up every day, giving it my all, and just making sure I stay there mentally because that's the main thing. Especially in a game like this, it was just it wasn't in my control. So just believe in God and believe in my work, and that's all it is.
Talk about what you've seen from Ben, McCabe, and even Rathbone and what they do for the offense and how that feeds off of you guys. I mean, they've been rolling. Ben with 2 more homers today.
hmm It's amazing what those guys are doing. Not just what you guys see, but what we see behind closed doors. Just the way they prepare, the way they show up, same attitude every day, leadership. You just never see them giving 50%, always 100%, always giving it their all, and just being leaders for the team, and that's huge for us.
Pablo, what have you seen out of a guy like Alex Freeland coming in right away as a freshman? Now he's your leadoff hitter. He's hit number 300. I mean, what's it been like? What have you seen from him?
Great kid. He's hungry, knows the game a lot, and just great player. Stays consistent, doesn't get too high, doesn't get too low, just stays the pace, works hard, and just does what he has to do.
Pablo, obviously, you guys are coming off good back-to-back games. I mean, how does the team feel? What's kind of the mindset of everyone? I mean, everyone has to be feeling good as you head into this road trip when you got Florida State and then Troy after that.
We feel good. Obviously didn't get a great start, but that's just how baseball is. That's just how life is in general. And you could either shut down and cry about it and complain, or you could just stay up and work through it and just do what you got to do. And at the end of the day, everything happens for a reason. And this would just make the end feel way better when we win. When we're dogpiling in Omaha, we'll remember these times and it'll just feel way better.
Pablo, when you look at these last 2 games and 7 hits in your last 9 at-bats, has anything changed, or do you just seeing the ball a little bit better, or what do you credit that success to this weekend?
Um, just staying the pace. Like I felt good overall. It's just how baseball is, and just staying consistent, mentally staying up, and just believing in myself. One thing about me, I always believe in myself, good or bad, and trusting the coaches, trusting my work, and believing in God. I feel like this is just one of those games where it's gonna happen no matter who you are. I don't care if you're Mike Trout, you're gonna go through times like this. And it's how you deal with it, because it's easy to judge a man when he's up and he's hitting every day he's hitting. That's not when you judge a man. You judge a man when he's down and how he gets back up. And I'm big on that. And I just used it as motivation instead of using it as an excuse and complain. And I just used it as motivation, just keep working, put my head down, keep grinding till I figure it out and just taking it one day at a time.
All right, I think that's everything. Thanks, Pablo.
Thank you guys.